Good morning, everybody. I hope you're ready for today's top news. First, we're going to start off with the criminal sentencing of Binance founder CZ postponed to late April. So, the sentencing of former Binance CEO Changpeng Zhao on a money laundering rule charge has been postponed until April 30th. A notice in Seattle federal court shows Zhao, a resident of the United Arab Emirates, who is known as CZ, is free on a $175 million release bond in the United States. That is crazy. They really want him. When the higher the bail amount, the more they actually want you. If it was just like a low, petty charge, they would have a low bail. The bail usually corresponds to how much they actually want you in custody. So he became a citizen of the United Arab Emirates. A resident actually, yeah, because it's very hard to get a UAE passport. To get a UAE passport, not only do you need money, not only do you have to invest a certain amount, like over $5 million into the economy, but you also kind of have to get chosen. You have to literally say, like, hey, I'm worth something. Please give me a passport. Because it's hard to get a passport in Dubai. I've tried. And many people have tried. And I didn't try hard enough, but I've definitely started to try. Like, if I ever got offered to do something in Dubai and they asked me how much money I'd want, I'd say I'll do it for a UAE passport. Okay, so Zhao pleaded guilty on November 21st to a charge of failure to maintain an effective anti-money laundering program at Binance, the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange, which he founded. The criminal sentencing of Binance founder Changpeng Zhao on a money laundering rule charge has been postponed until April 30th, according to a notice Monday in Seattle federal court. This is ridiculous. Good luck to Changpeng Zhao. That docket entry did not explain what would be a 2-month delay in sentencing Zhao, a Canadian national widely known as CZ, who is free on a $175 million release bond in the United States. Zhao's lawyer, William Berg, declined to comment when asked about the postponement. CNBC has asked the Department of Justice about the delay. Federal sentencing guidelines suggest a maximum sentence of 18 months in prison for Zhao, but prosecutors reportedly have considered asking for a harsher sentence. Zhao pleaded guilty on November 21st to a charge of failure to maintain an effective anti-money laundering program at Binance, the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange. As part of that plea, he agreed to step down as Binance chief executive officer and to pay a $50 million fine. $50 million fine, $175 million bail. What do they want from him? They want it all. This is really ridiculous. Binance at the same time agreed to pay $4.3 billion in fines and restitution as part of his guilty plea to conspiracy to conduct an unlicensed money transmitting business, conducting such a business and violating the International Emergency Economic Powers Act. Binance was allowing illicit actors to transact freely, supporting activities from child sexual abuse to illegal narcotics or terrorism. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen, when the company and Zhao pleaded guilty. Does anybody actually like Janet Yellen? Does anybody actually respect her? Let me know. Zhao originally was scheduled to be sentenced on February 23rd, which is less than 10 days from now, 9 days. 8 days from now. The judge in Zhao's case in early December rejected his request to be able to travel to his home in the United Arab Emirates before he is sentenced. Wow, yeah, because he wanted to travel to the United Arab Emirates and never come back. He should have just went. I mean, you have all the money in the world at this point, but I get it. He wants his freedom. Like, what's 18, 23 months in prison when you're a billionaire? U.S. District Judge Richard Jones cited Zhao's enormous wealth and lack of ties to the United States in finding he was a flight risk. Jones in late December rejected another bid by Zhao to travel to the UAE. Zhao in his new application has said he wanted to travel home for the hospitalization and surgery of a person in his life. He had offered to post his equity in Binance as security for his return. Damn. Yeah, Zhao, it's not that serious, brother. Just face the music. That's really crazy though. Like this is the risk that you have of being somebody of that importance. This is probably why Satoshi Nakamoto. In fact, this is obviously why Satoshi Nakamoto was like, screw all that. I want no parts of being known, for real. Because who wants these problems? Who wants these problems with the federal government? Nobody. Nobody wants these problems. Like it's obvious. Nobody wants these problems. It's just not right. Okay, so moving on. Ripple announces acquisition of Standard Custody and Trust Company expands its portfolio of regulatory licenses. Ripple, the leader in enterprise blockchain and crypto solutions, announced today that it has agreed to acquire Standard Custody and Trust Company, an enterprise-grade regulated platform for digital assets. This move further underscores Ripple's commitment to regulatory compliance and enables the company to strengthen its existing product offerings, as well as explore new complementary products. The increase in institutional adoption of crypto and blockchain is a result of more mature and highly secure products in the market that are fully regulated and compliant. With this acquisition, Standard Custody's limited purpose trust charter and its money transfer licenses will contribute to Ripple's growing portfolio of regulatory licenses. Ripple and its subsidiaries collectively hold a New York BitLicense, nearly 40 money transmitter licenses across the U.S., a major payment institution license from the Monetary Authority of Singapore, and a virtual asset service provider registration with the Central Bank of Ireland. Ripple and Standard Custody are dedicated to enabling enterprises to reap the benefits of blockchain across a host of financial use cases, building institutional-grade solutions to tokenize, store, move, and exchange value. By expanding our licenses portfolio and making smart acquisitions, Ripple is well positioned to take advantage of the current market opportunities and further strengthen our crypto infrastructure solutions. said Monica Long, Ripple president. We will continue to leverage our strong financial standing to expand our product offerings, support new initiatives in the product roadmap, and serve a broader segment of customers. So this is a smart acquisition by Ripple. They need the money transmitters. They want to be able to move money all around the world. And the fastest way to do that is to just buy a company that had all the licenses, that did all the work to get that done. Yeah, good job, Ripple. Ripple's global momentum remains unmatched, serving enterprises globally. The acquisition of Standard Custody follows last year's acquisition of MetaCo, a custody solution preferred by banks around the world. Recently, Ripple announced its custody partnerships with top-tier banks such as HSBC, BBVA, and Zodiac Custody, and expansion to new territories for its Ripple payments offerings such as Africa. Did you all hear about the 6 African billionaires that died on their way to the Super Bowl? And they were, come on, 6 African billionaires died in a helicopter crash. They owned basically the banks in Africa. They're billionaires and they get killed in a helicopter crash. Something's fishy about that. Such as HSBC, BBVA, and Zodiac Custody, and expansion of new territories for its Ripple payments offering, such as Africa, doubling down on its core businesses in payments and custody. Ripple supports live commercial custody offerings in 20 regulatory jurisdictions and payments into 70 countries around the world. Standard Custody provides financial institutions with the confidence and platform to safeguard their digital assets. Ripple continues to lead the industry with its deep crypto expertise, relationships with financial institutions, and strong product offerings. Across both payments and custody, together with Ripple, we will further innovate and extend our leadership position in providing crypto infrastructure. Okay, so they're going for the crypto infrastructure move. Solid. I think it's very solid. Moving on. Did you all hear about this Ledger Live Coinbase integration? You don't even have to get your money, and I'm not a Ledger Live spokesperson or anything like that. I'm not being sponsored, but by them. But you can now pay for crypto from the ledger without having to move your crypto off your crypto, without having to move crypto off your ledger. This is big news. Crypto exchange Coinbase and digital asset platform Ledger have teamed up to add Coinbase Pay to the Ledger Live app. The integration means that Ledger Live users will be able to purchase digital assets directly from Coinbase without first having to transfer their crypto off their hardware wallet. That also means that Ledger Live users can have a variety of payment methods, including ACH, Visa, MasterCard, to buy assets on Coinbase and have them automatically sent to their Ledger device. Ledger has sold approximately 6 million of its hardware wallets, considering that some crypto users have more than one. The company's chief experience officer, Ian Rogers, estimates that, including people who use devices sold by its competitors, only about 10 million people worldwide have bought into the idea of self-custody for their crypto assets. To self-custody, crypto means to maintain a private key that, when paired with the public key that's assigned to a wallet, allows the assets to be spent, traded, or transferred. A custodial wallet makes the keeping of that private key the job of a third-party company like a crypto exchange or software wallet company. The reality is, if not self-custody, then why crypto, he said while speaking to Decrypt earlier this week. But he's not dogmatic about self-custody. Being the only way that users should store their Bitcoin, he compared having multiple ways to custody crypto to the number of different bank accounts and any one family might have. Very few families commit all their assets to any one type of account. Welcome to real life, where you do some things with this service and sometimes with that service. And the best part about crypto and digital assets generally is that you have choice. Yeah, I'm definitely for the one that has, you need to have multiple ledgers. You need to have multiple hardware wallets. I actually had a Trezor, and I think I gave it away. I wish I didn't. Yeah, so Ledger, I have 2 ledgers. I was a little geeked out. I was a little spooked because Ledger was hacked. But what are you going to do? You actually need to use Ledger. Oh, you need to use some form of crypto. You don't have to use Ledger. You can use Trezor. What I'm saying, you need to have some form of way to store your crypto off these exchanges. There's more on the horizon for the partnership. The Ledger exec added, he hinted that users might this year see the ability to set up recurring buys on Coinbase through their Ledger Live app, something that Coinbase users can already directly do on the exchange.